My name is Nick Sobek, and I'm the Vice President of Business Operations for All Elite Wrestling. All Elite Wrestling has existed in my boss and friend Tony Khan's head for, I would say, at least 3 years, but probably longer. But a venture like this is incredibly risky, and at some point, you need to take this leap of faith. That leap of faith has been validated so many times already in our short history. And for me, if I ever had any notions of, will this thing be a success? Is this something worth putting my time and effort towards? In many, many ways, over and over again, it's been validated because of the AEW fan base. But Double or Nothing was very special. But events to come, hopefully will be even more special. And as long as we continue to approach that with the same sort of love, effort, emotion that we have, I think we're off to a really good start. The Madden shooting, the shooting at the Jacksonville landing, it had ripples across many, many walks of life. And whether it's people that lived close to the shooting, and I would put Tony Khan in that category, his residence is just a few blocks away. Whether it's NFL players in the stadium who work out and play football games, a couple blocks away as well, that particular shooting really, touched a lot of people's lives. And again, that's another reason why it's so important for us to do things right in Jacksonville at Fight for the Fallen to helping people move forward. So the VAAC, also known as the Victim Assistance Advisory Council, anytime donations or funds become available, this council gets together and decides what's the optimal use for these funds. What's really special about this is a cross-section of all walks of life in Jacksonville. It's people that are focused on making Jacksonville a better place. And what's special about this donation is we're gonna find a way to make sure all of the proceeds go directly to both the victims of gun violence and future preventative measures. So I've now officially been with AEW for about 6 months, and my overwhelming takeaway is how great our fans are at AEW. A question that I get all the time is, how can I help? How can I, as a fan of AEW, help this cause? And I've given the same answer over and over again, and I will continue to give the same answer, and it's go to the show. Buy a ticket to the show, have a great time, because all of the proceeds from this show will go to this charity. So help yourself, have a great time, buy a ticket to the show, and you'll also be helping a great cause.
We're here at the One Fall Power Factory getting ready to train with Brandy Rhodes as she prepares for Fight for the Fallen. We've been watching videos of Allie, and Allie's training hard, getting ready to bring her best to Jacksonville, Florida. And Brandy's no different. A lot of people realize that Brandy's extremely busy as the Chief Brand Officer of All Elite Wrestling, but I'll be honest with you, in the years that I've been training with Brandy, I have never seen her so motivated, so driven to prove to the world that she belongs in the ring with some of the absolute best women AEW has to offer.
I found you the perfect carbon copy of Hangman Page for you to train with.
Perfect, Chokes. Where is he?
He's right here.
Dude, I like horses. MJF, I saw your little BTE bit this week, and I gotta admit it was pretty funny, but you got two things wrong. First of all, if you don't like horses, well, you. And second of all, my bum knee is at 100%. I'm as healthy as I've ever been. Max, I understand what you tried to do. You tried to use the one tool that you do have, your little mouth, and talk your way into a match where for some reason I was supposed to put my title shot on the line against you. But you have up. Because now you have a match against Jungle Boy, against Jimmy Havoc with a staple gun, and against a healthy Hangman. MJF, all the money that you pretend you have can't buy you out of this one. And Saturday, I'm gonna beat the dog shit out of you.
and I put my name on a piece of paper for our show next month in Jacksonville for Fight for the Fallen. You know what the match that I put my name down on? It was myself and a partner of my choosing.
It was that moment that everybody knew exactly what he was talking about, and everybody was behind him. And I looked around the arena and saw that a lot of people were very emotional about it. There were some people crying. And to me, that says a lot about their abilities, to be able to bring out the emotion of the fans like that after the match that they had.
Against what I think is the best tag team in the world, the Young Bucks.
Cody and Dustin against the Young Bucks. I mean, I know tag team wrestling. I hate it. I never trusted anybody to be my partner. To have a partner in tag team wrestling, you're trusting them, you trust them with your life. You trust them to be there. You trust them not to be in the way. You trust them to set you up, but not let you down. That's tag team wrestling.
After what they've gone through, after being together, after having that match where they saved their father's job, after having the match where they have wrestled against each other, I think there's really a bond of trust there that it's going to be very, very difficult for anybody to break. Now they're going to face, right, another brother combination.
The Young Bucks, not the biggest guys, but they're so well oiled. That's because they lived together, they ran together, they played together, they cried together, they crashed together.
I know Nick and Matt are just absolutely phenomenal. They have redefined tag team wrestling, they really have.
They're good at what they do, make no mistake about it. When it comes to just going out there and gutting it and running straight into it, they're gonna hammer you down. I get that. They're dangerous, but sometimes they're dangerous to themselves.
The Young Bucks are going to have a completely different battle on their hands than they had against the Lucha Bros, I really think. I think it's going to be a more grounded type match, and I think if Cody and Dustin can ground Matt and Nick, I think they'll be very successful against them. If it gets into a fast-paced match with a lot of high flying, they may not be able to stay with them. But I think if they have a sound strategy and they're able to ground the match, I think they'll do very well against them. They might beat them.
I will say this, it's a match between the Young Bucks and the Rhodes. It's one a lot of fans want to see. A lot of old wrestlers want to see it too. And we're all pulling for Dustin. We want Dustin to be our guy, you know, and for them to go up against the Young Bucks, man, there's a lot of people out there pulling for the Young Bucks. So I see this as a crowd divided.
There's no question it's a dream match. It's a dream tag team match, even if it did not involve brothers. Matt and Nick, if you take the Young Bucks apart, Matt and Nick are two of the best wrestlers in the world. Cody and Dustin, take them apart, they're their brothers, two of the best wrestlers in the world. So when you have four of the greatest performers in the world going at it, you're going to have a dream match, regardless of if the teams being a brother combination or being just two friends. So yeah, it's a dream match.
This is something fresh and it's new, and the people want it.